Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel, the car shipping business channel. I'm Jay, your host. It's Tuesday Nights Live. You know, my goal every Tuesday night is to bring another trade show level business presentation to you wherever you are, because your business deserves the latest in auto transport news. And tonight we're bringing back a classic format. Wheel O Topics. It's 10 topics with a dozen panelists, 5-minute speed round with an only on ATI unscripted discussion style. The topics: EV battery weights and charging, mobile app mobile app tug of war status, making load boards great again, auction transport communication, helping dealers move inventory, toughest client expectations to manage, shipper to carrier, are the rates fair? If you could fix a problem, what would it be? Social media great? Actual culture toxic? And do you need to wear a mask? The panel: Tim Scatalis of Max Digital, Lionel and Linda Yates of CY Financial Solutions, Joe Burkari of Midwestern Car Carriers, Alex Lyons of Transwest Trailers, Stan Imbeden of Kansas Transit Express, Sue Cuthbertson of Murphy Auto Transport Services, Joel Hawk of Pogue Chevrolet, Brian Riker of Fleet Compliance Solutions, Jason Hawk of Black Widow Imaging, Mark Grodicke of SuperFlo Systems, and Ty Thompson, Cars on the Move. It's a big show, so please join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, and share your opinions, because it's Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. Anybody else play the air drums during the intro? I do. Or maybe the banjo or the guitar or whatever that is. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again on a Tuesday Nights Live. And if you're listening to the podcast after the fact, thank you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and jump in and say welcome. Please do feel welcome. If this is your first time, whether first time caller, long time listener, you know how it goes, right? Thank you so much for joining us. Please do feel welcome, and please say hello in the live chat. This is an open forum. It's unscripted. It's real. There are real people really here, and they're having thoughts. They're doing business, and they're also people, and they're live, and we're here together. So please do say hello. Promote your company, product, service, what have you. Are you a digital dealer right now? Say hello. At the quarter hour, we're going to go into industry news. I got a lot of stuff, so I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time getting there. But then again, this is Tuesday Nights Live on Auto Transport Intel. There's a lot to go over, and then before we do, we're going to set the stage, because then we've got Wheel O Topics. June 2021. We haven't had Wheel O Topics in a few months. Been kind of packed. But we've got Joe, Tim, Alex, Stan, Sue, Brian, Mark, Lionel, Linda, Jason, Joel, and Ty. And I'll be here too, and you're here too. So please do say hello in the live chat. Sound off on these topics. I said the topics in the intro. There's some standard topics, and then there's some real hot potatoes. Because as I said this, it just kind of occurred to me, and I said it live, and I've been saying it more and more. What I don't do is just sit around reading press releases. And you know what? I don't think anybody else does that in their spare time either. I know that, that's the really corporate-friendly way to go. And we are about business, but we're also real people. And we have to find a way to ride down the middle on that third rail together. We just have to. Plus all the craziness going on, we really have to. So we're going to do that. So I want you to come back after the break. Please do. Oh, I'm just going to say this. Go ahead. If you know somebody that likes to ride that third rail of people and business, this is the show. So you can share the link. Go ahead and after you leave a like, click share, click copy, grab that YouTube link, text it, email it, share it on social media. No problem. You've got time. Listen, we don't have the wheel for another 30 minutes. Go make some popcorn, get all settled in, and then come back tomorrow and watch it like 5 times. Yeah, Jay. And don't forget, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider, talk to Ty. There he is. He's in the live chat. First one. Look at that. Thank you so much, Ty. I have something to say, but I got to do this, and then I'll be right back, and then we're going to kick this off. This live chat's coming at you. That's Holly, that's United Road, in THX stereo, and gonvta.org. We're actually learning more about gonvta.org together, and you see in the live chat the link, the phone number, and I'll tell you what, here's what's cool. In a couple weeks, we've got a special feature live event with United Road. I think it's the 24th. We'll have more information later. Of gonvta.org. That's going to be a great show. So check that out. Join us with that. Let's go into the live chat. Again, Ty, here's what I was going to say. Thank you so much, Ty. I really appreciate it. Your participation, support, etc. In fact, you know what, Ty? We're not a digital dealer. It's right now. Today was day one. And, I think we need to be there next year, or whenever the next one is, which I think is next year. So let's be talking about that on Cars on the Move. We're going to figure out, right? You can see it. I don't even have to tell you what, that's all I had to say. Cars on the Move at Digital Dealer. It writes itself. Let's see who we got in here. Let's go back to the top. John Cochran is here. Hi from LAI Auto Transport from DC. Thank you so much, John. Thanks for putting your company information in there. This dog of pulling a trailer as a load. They sent me a picture of the license plate and registration. Seems legit. Cool, man. Perfect. I hope it is. No, I'm sure it's great. In fact, it's strange how on Central there's so much. Did you get it on Central? Please put that in the live chat. Vistaga, where'd you get that load? I want to know. I'm going to go with Central. VDT, good evening. Vandola Trucking in Missouri. Vandola Trucking in Missouri. Thanks for saying hello and putting your company information. Mark Grodicke, hey Jay, looking forward to a great show tonight with an awesome panel. Well, thank you, Mark. And I'm glad that you're on the awesome panel. Help making it awesome. And let's see. Oh, John Garofalo, Finest Towing and Recovery is here. What's going on, family? Hello from Florida. Hey, how is Florida treating you, John? We know that you were in the process of moving. Have you finished? Did you set up shop? Are you there? That's my guest. Stan is here. He's going to be in the panel. What's up, Stan? So cool, man. And you know what's neat, Stan, is that, we weren't really in touch. And then you had something you wanted to talk about. And so we started talking about it. And now we're in touch, and now you're on the panel, and it's so cool. It's how it works. I love that. Super Dispatch is here. What's up? Hey, everyone. How are we doing tonight? How we doing? That's a DOT compliance in case. Okay, got it. Lionel Yates is here. Hey, what's up, Lionel? Thanks so much for tuning in. Sometimes do you wonder if I go about my day and I've got the buzzer and the bell with me? Honestly, I wish I did sometimes. Just saying. Oh, Kimberly. Kimberly is here in the live chat. Welcome to Tuesday Nights Live with your host, Jay. Join the live chat. Thank you, Kimberly. We are glad you're here. We're glad that the family is here. It's Tuesday Nights Live. Brianna on LinkedIn was like, is it Tuesday again? Right? Does it feel that way? Oh my gosh, is it Tuesday again? What's in the wheel? Oh, topics. Oh, then you're in for a treat if you don't know. That's awesome. It has been a while. It's been several months. Actually, man, I think it maybe December. I don't even know. Silvermint, greetings from the corner office with a view. Yay! I'll take a corner office with a view. You see when man, that sounds great. Can you spin the wheel? I wish. Maybe in the future. Maybe a digital dealer, huh? Hey. Okay. Carlos Braxton, ACB Logistics is here. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Thanks for saying hello, part of the core. Love that. Sour. I missed the last couple shows. I was wondering if you ever answered my question you pinned about the 65-foot rule. Thank you. You know what? Thank you, Sour. Now, I saw that. That was on DOT compliance. And I'm hoping Brian replied. I thought he did. If not, do me a favor. Can you join us for DOT compliance tomorrow? I will share the link. We're going to be live with DOT compliance tomorrow. That's right. I'm grabbing the link right now because I want you to join us. I never want to. Here, see, DOT compliance tomorrow. Yeah, I'm typing in the live chat. DOT compliance tomorrow. Here's the link. If you click on that link, you're set your reminder. You can join us, and let's make sure we get that answered. Okay? Because I definitely want to make sure that happens. What else we got here? Okay, got a backup here. Greetings from the corner office. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, there's the sour 65-foot rule. Then there's Ty with the super chat. What's up, Ty? Thanks, Mark. He is the man. And Bart Landon is here. Landon's Auto Transport here and drinking, making that money. Right on. Awesome, man. That's really one of my favorite combos, as a matter of fact, is drinking and making money. I like that. In that order. Brian Riker, they can only watch it 4 times tomorrow since they also need to watch DOT Compliance live at noon central. There it is, Brian. Now, Brian, actually, Sour is here. Brian is here. Maybe we can also get the answer to that while we're here, and we'll get it again tomorrow on the replay. Just in case we stumble, take 2. Hey, everybody, Jake McLeod is here. What is up, Jake? Thanks for saying hello. Hope you're doing well, man. Ty and I were talking the other day, and your name came up. That's what happens when you're in the community and you're in the network. Your name comes up. And I don't know if you know it, but but it's true. Joe Supercar is here. He's on the panel tonight. What's up, Joe? Midwestern Car Carriers. Thanks for saying hello. I do appreciate it. It's so cool. And we have a great panel tonight, and I really appreciate everybody's time. And yeah, I think, like I said, yeah, go ahead and be watching. Do you say everything you think? I didn't even read that. I just said it. I like to think that you do, Jay. I do. I think I need like a Batman belt with my props. And I can even, let's say I run into a Karen, I can give her a siren, or I start bragging, I hit the horn, and then I run into somebody that thinks everything's easy peasy, I start fanning out the money. You know how the props go. I rarely use the detective hat, but I do celebrate occasionally. All right, thanks very much. Okay, all right, I think we got it. Salom Sepishvili, what's up in Central? What is going on? So thanks for tuning in. That's so cool. Thanks for saying hello. Ellen Burry, anyone looking for a dispatcher? Sure, why not? Ellen, you should join us. What a great, shameless self-promotion over here. Let's get you the link to Dispatching Live. Now, we do have dispatchers on Dispatching Live, but again, it's an open forum. It's a dangerous format. Join us for Dispatching Live. I'm pretty sure I'm running over. Oh, it's 8:15. We got to get to the industry news here in a second. What else we got here? Rolling down the grapevine. Oh, I-5. Are you headed towards LA? I'm guessing. What else we got? Headed to Car next week? Oh, yes. Definitely headed to Car next week. That is in the news. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, wow. John is ringing the... Wow, thank you, John. Finest Towing and Recovery. Thank you so much. Keep the wheels rolling, Jay. That's so cool. Yes, and John, we do want to know. And maybe Ty already knows. I don't know. But I'd love to know how things are going. That if you got your move completed, Finest Towing and Recovery. That's John and Luann. We kind of really got to know each other in a car shipping roundtable. That's coming up again in 2 weeks. And based out of New Jersey, moved to Florida, runs I-95 corridor. What else we got here? Brian Riker. Oh, he's answering the question. Your ears were burning. I knew it. Lionel Yates ringing the bell. Thank you so much, Lionel. To the multiverse and beyond. As Ty likes to say, diamond hands, rocket ships, and whatever. So thank you so much, man. Lionel Yates is... Here, let's go ahead and pull up. It's easy. Go to auto-hauler.com and grab that YouTube link. No, it's a web link. So this is... I just shared Lionel's website. Lionel Yates. Lionel and Linda Yates, they're both here tonight. CY Financial Solutions, and with a background in auto transport and consulting to make sure you've got an insurance package that works for you and beyond. Hey, here's to you in the multiverse and beyond, Lionel and Linda. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Really do appreciate it. D&W Logistics LLC, hey, what's up? Excited for Tuesday? Thank you. Me too, clearly. A little too much Mountain Dew today. Okay, that's it. Good. It's time to go to industry news. We're just a few minutes late. That's okay. We're on our own schedule. Stick around. We're going to be right back after this.
How much time are you spending manually pricing out leads every day that are coming in 24/7? Can you really afford to be pricing all day and night? Time is money in the auto transport business. Everyone knows how crucial it is to respond as fast as you can with an accurate quote. Usually the customer is right in front of their computer and there's no better moment than in the moment, or right now. All potential customers can now get an instant, accurate quote at your website and book the job right then and there. Sound too good to be true? I bet you're thinking, I can't trust an auto quoter to price my jobs. Think again. Transport Auto Quoter is by far the leading auto quoting software on the market, and the only auto quoter with a pro version that comes preset with accurate pricing for anywhere in the US. So you don't have to worry about it. With our easy-to-use cloud-based interface and pre-scripted plugins to sites like uship.com and the Quotes TR platform, you can customize real-time routes and pricing with just a simple click of your mouse. The best part is that no change with your current software is needed. Just plug TAQ in and start booking jobs. Carriers can easily plug TAQ into their current websites and start making money right away. I bet you're wondering how we do this instantly and accurately 24/7. Well, constant analytics is the key. Our PriceWatch team is constantly monitoring current market conditions, paying close attention to seasonal and quick-moving industry changes. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of time and data to maintain good pricing, time that most of us just don't have on a daily basis. So free yourself up. Using TAQ Pro is really a no-brainer. Save time and money, maximizing your leads and optimizing your online investments. You'll finally be able to sleep well at night knowing that TAQ is on the job selling for you 24/7. Never missing a potential job.
That's transportautoquoter.com. Mark is in the live chat. If you have any questions, Mark, he is the owner of SuperFlo Systems, and he wants to help you get into the auto transport software solutions that you need. And Mark is also Ringing the cowbell. Man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Your participation. Larry is spreading the love. That's right. We've got Larry, the auto transport quoter llama, with his questions and trivia. That's coming up. Are you a car shipping guru? Well, Mark wants to help. So, and that's so cool. Yeah, Ellen, you should send him an email. And there's the email address right now. That is so cool. And do you see what's here's something else about to pop up? Look at that. Oh man. This is Auto Transport Intel. It's the car shipping business channel. Thank you, Super Dispatch. Let's move cars faster and without paperwork. Cheers, ATI. You know, I want to say this. This is pretty cool. And this is how, because it's a big sandbox, right? It's a big country with lots of cars, lots of carriers, and it's big. So thank you so much for participating. And here's what's happening. This is a shout out to Sophia at Super Dispatch. Put me in touch with Alan at 74 Auto. He's going to be on Cars on the Move on Friday. So that should get you thinking. This is easy. Man, wait a minute. I can get in touch with Auto Transport Intel, autotransportintel@gmail.com. We talk. We come up with a show idea. Go on the show. Yeah, you can do that. Now, here's what's really cool. Tuesday Nights Live is the premier flagship show, so this one's hard to get on now. But we have other shows. Dispatching Live, Cars on the Move, DOT Compliance. Let us know what the topic is. Maybe we can work something out. All right, let's do some industry news. Thank you so much. Here we go. It is episode 193 in a row on a Tuesday night. Wheel O Topics. June 2021. 10 topics. What are the topics? I went through them, but let's do it again. We got EV battery weights and charging, mobile app tug of war status, making load boards great again, auction transport communication, helping dealers move inventory, toughest client expectations to manage, shipper to carrier, are the rates fair? If you could fix a problem, what would it be? Social media great, actual culture toxic, and do you need to wear a mask? Now, most of those are pretty easy. A couple of them, that's going to be pretty dicey. Can we do it? Well, yes, we can. At the 40-minute mark, actually, we're running a couple of minutes late. If you're joining the show tonight, I would go ahead and set the popcorn on 25 minutes. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and do that. We've got Joe, Tim, Alex, Stan, Sue, Brian, Lionel, Linda, Jason, Joel, Mark, and Ty. Thank you guys so much for standing by. This is Auto Transport Intel. We look at the entire auto transport industry ecosystems, OEMs, auctions, dealers, shippers, services, brokers, carriers, equipment, regulations, loads, and on Wheel O Topics, it's all of it. Everything's fair game. And we're going to try and cover it. You know, for example, we talked about back of the store meets front of the store. This is Ty talking. These are Ty's words. The back of the store is the transport parking lot. That's the obvious part. What's not so obvious is the front of the store. Guess what? That's where they sell the cars. Now they just sold a car. They need more inventory. You know where the inventory is going to go? The back of the store. It's the year of the hybrid. It's physical meets digital. That's what we do. Physical carriers meet digital dealers on autotransportintel.com, because when the auction is a packed house, you're going to find Ty in the clubhouse at Ty Transport Guy. Talk to him. See if he can help you grow your auto transport business. Now, I recently put this on, this was the podcast audio from Thursday's show. And I asked the question, and I know it's dangerous, that's what we do. How is it possible that a big auto transport broker with tons of employees can get the shipper's contract, but when the carrier gets the dispatch, information is wrong, missing, and nobody can find the car? You know what? You know what's cool? I wasn't talking about this company, but I did get an amazing response. As an employee of a big transport broker with tons of employees, I like the quotes there, that's good. I can give you some insight. 75% of contracts come through digital channels now. Each digital channel has its own format for information. Those channels are slow in scrubbing their data. We get thousands of orders with no phone, address, or contacts, which is really smart. That's a great way to get your car moved to the right place at the right time. We get billing, blah, 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 blah. Although we would be ecstatic to get all the corrected every time, there's a percentage that makes it through without being corrected. And I'm sure that's true. It sounds like a lot, though. Everyone in the industry that works with this amount of digital orders is facing the same challenges. When you don't have pickup contact, you have to contact the digital channel. At 2 million plus cars a year, you can imagine that's a lot of units. Now, I get it. I love this response. Honestly, I really do. And yet, I do have something to say. Hi, yeah, I want to move a car, and it's brand new, and yeah, there's nothing in it. Not at all. Nope, it's a brand new car, and I'm very clean, I'm very neat. I want it picked up right away. I want it cheap. I want it fast. I'm the customer. I'm always right. And nope, there's nothing in the car. Okay? All right, moving on. Thought you'd find this industry. This is the type of stuff we share on Dispatching Live. That's right. When a carrier tried to negotiate, the broker actually said, "Quit wasting my time." The really funny part, though, is that then it got listed for more money, for more money than the carrier was asking for. Gotta love karma. Then we see on Threads, yeah, I mean, even the auctions, everything is just going awesome. No water, no bathroom. Really? We're your service provider. And yet we get told everything is great, coming soon, wonderful stuff. Nothing over here, you know. I know, right? Is that unfair? It's funny because it's what a lot of people are saying. You just don't read it on social media regularly. What you read about, is, you know, again, more partnerships and things coming soon. I don't know. Did we fix everything that was a problem? Who knows? Because if only social media had a special button. I'm just saying it here in industry news. What kind of message are you sending? In other news, California will now allow GM-backed crews to transport passengers in driverless test vehicles. Is anybody... I want to know, if you transport one of those, I want to know. Why autonomous driving will come to logistics before it comes to cars. As the driver shortages rage on in the U.S., driverless trucks would be a welcome relief, but even the developers of such solutions will concede they are still a few years away from marketable solutions. Oh my God. May as well put the mask back on. That's what it should say. You should get a mask that says driverless trucks. Oh, no, this is a good story. Cottrell is going to build a second trailer plant in Georgia. Now, I believe this was already out. I read it again. Good to know, though. I like that if you go down here, it's going to double its manufacturing capacity, allowing Cottrell to make up to 400 units a month. That's pretty cool. Very cool. And that's in, Gainesville Industrial Park near Atlanta. Denver group developed nets to protect against hailstorms. Man, look at that. Because there was a hailstorm that resulted in $250 million in damages. Wow. Yeah. Even if that net's made out of gold, it'll be worth it. Toyota shared interesting news today. Excited to announce our Toyota Transport Auto Haul team is now utilizing hydrogen fuel cell trucks. Wow. Excuse me. Wow, that's interesting. Here's a picture of the truck, zero emissions. Sweet. Can't wait to hear more. I wanted to share this. You know, we know parts of things. Top 20 EV battery cell companies. LG, CATL, BYD, Panasonic. There you go. You heard it here first. In fact, check this. This is a over 150-page PDF free download at Automotive Logistics, the electric vehicle battery supply chain analysis. Get this. Yeah. Wow. We also share information on cars on the move. Last Friday, this was posted by Mike Buchanan, a video on LinkedIn. We started talking about it on Cars on the Move, which led to, you can do this. Go to CU, here, I'll share the link. CU Outlook. Splash that. and sign up for this. Get registered. cuoutlook.splashthat.com. It is a repossessions and remarketing webinar. I sign up for this stuff. That's what I was talking about on Cars on the Move. Man, I mean, I had let's see, I had Digital Dealer over here. This is today. And then like Informa something over here. And then I've got stuff that I haven't even finished watching everywhere. I'm always watching like everything. It's crazy. This is how you get your car shipping news. I watch everything, then I kind of try to cram it into a funnel and squeeze it through the screen. Thanks, Jay. Really appreciate that. Put it up on the big screen. It's Auto Transport Intel. It's Tuesday nights live. It's the Car Shipping Business Channel. And you know what time it is. It is now time. Oh, it's 8:31. That is amazing. That is amazing. I was just saying that. I said that today, Mark. That usually it happens right around 8:30. It's 8:31. That's incredible. Oh, no. See? That's why I got a horn. Okay, are you a car shipping guru? You can ask Larry or play the game. Here we go. Question 1. These are brand new questions. It's a brand new week. It's a brand new day. Here we go. Which of the following car manufacturers includes an animal in their logo? Lamborghini, Maserati, Audi, or Fiat? Now, that's just kind of a warm-up question. It's a good one, though. And we'll do the answers on Thursday on Dispatching Live. These are brand new questions, so there it is, in the live chat. Go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. Play to win. Mark will tell you what you can win. Question 2. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2019 Kia Sorento from Sacramento to Dill, West Virginia? Ooh, wow. Excellent. And Larry is a professional. Larry knows that you got to consider all the factors, right? You got the type of vehicle, and you got the route, and is it inside the city? Is it off the city? Are there mountains? Are there trees? Is there a broken bridge? What time of year is it? Etc. Larry knows, and Larry wants to help you get it right. Visit transportautoquoter.com. Here we go. Carhenge, a replica of the famous Stonehenge, is located in what state? Is it Arizona, Nebraska, Montana, or North Dakota? Please do play along on the podcast. Ring the register and win. Okay. Question 4. What is the most appropriate carrier pay to ship a 1972 Chevy Camaro from Buckfield, Maine to Chattanooga, Tennessee? Right? Do you know your money, legs? And some of these cities, right? This gets pretty challenging. And I'll tell you, we do this on Dispatching Live. We look at, there it is, Lamborghini is already in there. We look at the map. We think, we really, this one's, Sue and I get stumped all the time. So join us on Thursday and get stumped with Sue and Jay. Okay. When was the Camaro first produced? In 1977, in 1970, in 1960, or 1966? I can tell this one's going to be tough. I mean, for some, it's easy peasy. One man's easy is another man's non-peasy. Nobody says that. But you get the drift. All right, well, thanks for playing. Please do make sure you go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry and submit your answers and win. Thank you so much, Larry. Really appreciate that. Mark at SuperFlo Systems, Ashley at SuperFlo Systems. And please do remember, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up. If you're not already signed up, please do that. And now it is time for me to take a break. I've been talking constantly for 35 minutes, though it feels much longer. So do me a favor, stick around. We're going to be right back.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and the contracts and the verification of loads when nobody answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 15 years of experience in the transport industry. We are your office while you are on the road. We book, we verify, and we bill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and an even better dispatch team. Give us a call today at 417-273-0021. Or if you want to email me, it's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
That is Sue at Murphy Auto Transport Services. She's my co-host on Thursdays. She runs the dispatch office. She's also a fully licensed broker, and if you're looking for a dispatcher, the information is in the live chat. Please join us on Thursdays. She's going to be in the panel tonight. Sue is, man, we love Sue. In fact, I think on Fridays, on Cars on the Move, you'll see Ty profess his love for Sue on a weekly basis. I also see, salutations to the new and the old lurkers. It's a new thing that Ty's been talking about, the lurkers. It's really pretty neat. We might hear more about that later tonight, but it's basically, we know there's people that watch the show, they don't say anything, and you don't have to. That's what's cool. You really don't. Not at all. In fact, it's a good sign when you know there's folks watching that don't say anything, still trying to figure out, how does this impact my business? Does it? Will it? And has it? Here we go. Industry news part 2. GM hit with class action lawsuit over destination charges. The suit alleges the automaker has padded out delivery charges to make larger profits. Ouch. This is not great news. But is it new news? I mean, that's the question. When buying a new car, there's a host of wheeling and dealing, recommended retail, taxes, rebates, offers. Then there's the destination charge. The cost the automaker charges for delivering the car from the factory to the dealership, with the dealership then passes on to the consumer. So plaintiffs in the case are customers that have purchased GM vehicles in California and New Jersey. Robert Romoff of California was charged an $1,195 destination charge when purchasing a Chevy Equinox, while Joe Siciliano of New Jersey charged $995 for a Cadillac Escalade delivery. The lawsuit claims destination fees can be high as $1,695. Dang! And customers are unable to negotiate on these charges, must paying the going rate quoted by the company as part of the purchase process. Wow. And so research from Consumer Reports suggested that destination fees have been climbing for some time, notably rising 30% from 2011 to 2020, or 2.5 times above inflation. The GM suit is not the only game in town either. Car Complaints reported same law firm filed a class action against Chrysler back in May. Good times. Also in the news, CDK Global buys Roadster. CDK Global said Wednesday it has acquired digital vehicle sales platform Roadster. You're wondering why I'm mentioning this on a transport channel. Well, check this out. In Wednesday's news release, CDK alluded to the growing competition between dealers as they ramp up their digital capabilities and their online used marketplaces that have gained significant traction. And the purchase also gives CDK additional market and OEM partnership opportunities, broadening its offering to dealers. So CDK Global, look for it. Know it by name. You already know ACV. ACV launches a platform for dealer groups. This is in addition to what they already had. Now, commercial consigners can host private sales. So what caused that? Dealers and commercial partners vocalized a desire for having a private marketplace for a predetermined list of buyers, allowing vehicles to be kept within a family of dealerships. If a dealer wants a vehicle to be on a private sale, they simply list it in their specific private marketplace. The vehicle would then be accessible to buyers on the invite-only list. If the vehicle does not hit a minimum price in the private sale, and they can list it in the ACV open marketplace. So you want to find out who's on that private list and talk to them. Are they in Clubhouse? Maybe. My money says yes. Car lots again, providing information. Car consignment. It's a noun. It's when you still own your car, but we do the work to sell it for you. That's great advertising. It's so simple and yet so informative. Hard-hitting. Reversing course on remote delivery pays off for this Vermont dealership. So, yeah, remote delivery. They're being talked about how I'm aiming to capitalize on the growing trend, because it's not going away. Even if the virus goes away or whatever happens to it, remote delivery is staying. It's here to stay. GM ramps up its deliveries. Oh, GM again in the news. GM outlined plans to increase deliveries to the U.S. and Canadian dealers and customers. Here we go. Production of the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra full-size pickups will increase by about 1,000 trucks a month beginning in July. Shipments of the Colorado and Canyon, built in Wentzville, Missouri, will increase by about 30,000 total units from mid-May through the week of July 5th. And U.S. assembly plants that build GM's most capacity-constrained products will not take any dedicated vacation summer downtime. There you go. That's going to be good to know. Tight supply sends some prices well over sticker. You know it. It's being talked about at Digital Dealer, I'm sure. This is pretty interesting. Newer Toyota Lexus vehicles to get Parkopedia service. The new Park with Parkopedia service will cover locating, reserving, and paying off street parking in 2018 model year newer Toyota and Lexus vehicles. Can we get that in the truck? Can we get Trucko-Parkopedia? Maybe. This is Tim at Digital Dealer right now, sharing his swag on LinkedIn. Thank you, Tim. Maybe he's got his swag with him tonight. We had last week, Do Photos Move Cars? Yes, they do, with Black Widow Imaging. So Jason and Joel will be on the show tonight, and we're excited. We're going to be live next week at Car Conference. Black Widow Imaging in Las Vegas. I'm going to be there. Ty's going to be there. And look at that, man. Black Widow up on the Caesars Palace big screen. Man, join us, booth 202. Listen, even if you're not going, if you just want to know more about it, let us know how we can help. But if you are going to be there, please do say hello. We're really looking forward to it. Very excited about the show. Do we need a mask? I don't know. I'm still asking. There's an overview of the conference. Go to carconference.com. And don't forget, check this out. Finished Vehicle Logistics North America Live is reminding you to get your discounted pass for Finished Vehicle Logistics North America Live. It's a virtual event only right now. Probably, man, people are going to be back in person. It's going to be uncaged. Oh, you can't say that? Really? Nuts. Finished Vehicle Logistics North America Live. Check it out. Lots of great information. Yes, you can get 30% off. Use code ATI30 at checkout. Some of the information. This is just articles on their website, and then this is, man, they're global information. You gotta love automotive logistics. MOL uses AI to more efficiently allocate car carriers. The company operates 100 ocean-going carriers with an average capacity of 5,000 vehicles per ship. 5,000 times 100, carry the one. Hyundai Glovis is set up customized shipping standards for EVs. Smart. Right? Get them before they land, right? With your standards. The logistics provider said it was providing a one-stop inclusive service to its vehicle-making customers, including terminal handling, ocean transport. We were just asking all those EV questions. Great idea. And also ABP turns to Inform. This is another mega logistics software company, Inform, and ABP operates 21 ports in the UK, moving around 1 million vehicles. Just a couple cars here and there. That's automotive logistics, and that's Auto Transport Intel in a nutshell. Industry news, it's a speed round. We got more speed round coming up tonight. It's Tuesday Nights Live. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for DOT Compliance. It's noon every Wednesday. It's a live chat experience, and I bet you can't stump Brian Riker with your DOT questions and your FMCSA regulations. Give it a shot, though. Join us. Join the live chat. Ask your questions. By the way, how we doing? How's that trailer doing? You okay? You gonna make a sharp right turn? Okay. Don't forget to join us on Thursdays on Dispatching Live, where we do load board search advice 90 minutes. Holy cow, this gets real with the Muggo problems, all the money spread out, and they're shooting dice and throwing darts. What kind of show is this? Well, welcome to Auto Transport. Put on a mask, jump right in, because anything goes. It's Auto Transport. You can do whatever you want, right? Seems like it. All right, well, on Friday on Cars on the Move, Dealers, Auctions, and Carriers, Fridays at noon, Jay and Ty, 30 minutes, live from the transport parking lot. This was a great show, and there is Jason Hawk, Joel Hawk, and Jennifer at America's Auto Auction, and they're getting a live demo of Black Widow imaging live on Cars on the Move on a Friday. That's what we do. Man, that was a great show. Thank you, Ty, for putting that together. Yes, it's Auto Transport Intel. Oh, you're here? Your car is here? We can help. Let's put together a plan. Let's talk about some strategy, and let's get it fixed. We did EV Transport Plug-in 2 weeks ago. That topic is on the show tonight. We had mobile app tug of war. That was already a month ago. That's so crazy. It's a topic tonight. I do want to say I'm excited to tease this up and tee it up. Next Tuesday night, location services. Locate, recover, transport, remarket. Learn more about location services. Next Tuesday night. That's going to be a great show. And in 2 weeks is the next car shipping roundtable, June 2021. So get them rounded up. Here we go. Come on now. Everybody get on in to the car shipping roundtable. Did you go Southern Drawl there for a second? I might have. Oh, but tonight, here we go. Whew, we're finally around to it. We're going to get to the Wheel O topics. I want you to join us. I want you to participate. Even if the topic gets a little scary, try to say something meaningful. It is the Car Shipping Business Channel. It's business and people. We're live. We're a community. It's happening. Well, it's already happened, actually. It's a little too late now, so go ahead and file on in. Come on in. I'm going to send out everybody going in the panel. You're going to get your invite here in a second. Everybody else, stick around. Please join the live chat. Say hello, and we'll be right back. Is your current vehicle imaging process producing inconsistent images? Frustrating? Time-consuming? At the mercy of another vendor's schedule? Well, it doesn't have to be. Black Widow Imaging provides a simple system to capture high-quality images of your vehicles in seconds. Simply align the driver's side tire with the floor stripe. Stop on the floor plate to scan your vehicle code and capture the exterior images. It's that easy. It's also equipped with an interactive 360-degree interior camera option so your customers don't miss any details. The results are fast, consistent 4K images that are delivered to your website in minutes. Let us show you how easy your imaging process can be anywhere in the global supply chain. Visit blackwidowimaging.com to schedule a live demo. That's Black Widow Imaging. Do schedule a live demo. Go to blackwidowimaging.com. There's the link in the live chat. There's an email. There's a phone number. Because we see this, we talk about Black Widow. It's futuristic. It's also, it tests the bounds of normal auto transport discussion. But we're talking about an imaging solution for the auction, for the dealer, that can integrate with transporter. And we're still learning more, and that's actually why we're excited to go to, I can hear the doorbell ringing, we're excited to go to Car Conference next week, and we're going to, Black Widow's got like a main booth, we're going to be there with Black Widow, learning more, sharing information. It's going to be incredible, so let us know how we can help you get more information about Black Widow Imaging. And now I'm letting folks in. Bringing them into the panel. So here they're still coming in. Go ahead and jump in the live chat if you have any questions, anything final thoughts in the live chat before we kick this thing off. And Sue said hello in the live chat. This dog and nobody made them buy the car. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Oh, and some guesses on the yes on the car shipping guru. I love that. We had some guesses. Okay, here we go. I see many faces, many happy, shiny, happy, smiling faces in the live Zoom. So here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, Jay.
Evening.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Ryan, Ty.
Wow. Okay, so I'll start from the top, and then we got some more folks filing in. This is so cool. Joe Burkari, Midwest Car Cares. How are you doing, man?
Lovely, thank you.
Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. All right, Joel Hawk, Pogue Chevrolet.
What's going on, guys? Hello, everyone.
Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Ty Thompson, Cars on the Move.
Hey, Jay. Hey, everybody.
What's up, Ty?
Ready for a good time? Always.
Lots of buildup and anticipation. Boy, this better work.
Whoa. Yeah.
Stan Imboden, Kansas. Did I say your last name right?
Imboden.
Imboden. I'm reading it. I'm like, I know I've got this wrong.
Hey, you're not alone.
Yeah, right. So I apologize. So Kansas Transit Express. I got the company right.
You got it right. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, Brian. Ty?
Thank you for joining us, Stan. This is super cool. Stan, this is your first, other than that show, this is your first appearance other than kind of that feature premiere show. So it's cool.
Yes, it is.
Awesome, man. Mark Grodicke, SuperFlo Systems, from live chat to screen.
Hey, Jay. How are
What's
you guys?
happening, Mark?
Hello, everybody.
Good, Mark. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Good being here. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, Brian Riker, Fleet Compliance Solutions. Brian. Oh, you're muted. Or it's the mic thing. Or it's the phone. Or it's me. It's probably me. That's all right. We do this in the pre when we before we go live. This is why we do Auto Transport Intel, DOT Compliance. Take 2. Brian, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I'm gonna go to Lionel and Linda. Yeah, you'll get it. It always shakes itself out.
Hello.
How you doing today,
Hi,
Hey,
Jay?
everybody.
what's going on, you guys?
Hey, Lionel.
How's everybody?
Great. Thank you for taking the time, joining us tonight. It's gonna get a little dicey, but do remember this. I'll just say now, I go to kind of a single shot. Right now we see everybody, but then as we start going into discussion, I'm going to single shot so you can, go heat up a burrito or whatever you got to do. I think Sue is by audio. Sue, can you hear us? Her internet.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear
she's
me?
there. What's going on, Sue? It's kind of neat. We got kind of this.
Not much. How about you?
It's like an extended ATI weekly lineup in one show. Isn't that interesting?
It's a cool panel.
That's awesome.
It's kind of fun. And it's who we're missing? Jason Hawk's not here yet.
He'll be here.
And Sarah got a copy of the link. I don't know if he's maybe the jet, maybe the helicopter. He might be in the tank. I think they have a tank. I think they've got some heavy artillery. All right. So
we're
is
getting
it?
ready for a car conference.
Is it car conference?
Yeah, we're getting ready.
Oh, he's already there.
No,
No.
he's not there.
Oh,
He's not going to leave Ty.
Is he a digital dealer? No.
No.
Right. So, and that's Tim might be here. Tim is at Digital Dealer. So it'd be cool if he could make it. That was a picture of his swag that he shared on LinkedIn. I thought it was a pretty cool post. Okay. Brian, can you hear us? Well, what do you think of that? All right, cool. Here we go. Now, we've got, let's see here. Let's go ahead and see if I can oh, there we go. Cool. Look at that. We got the wheel O topics. And we've got... Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. So we got the wheel and the people. I'm going to spin the wheel. Now, I say there's 5 minutes per topic. I don't really, I've tried to keep timers. It doesn't really exactly work. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. The whole point is get some conversation going. And it's probably a sociological experiment as much as it is an information session. Because it takes a minute to get warmed up. I've been talking for almost an hour, so,
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, exactly. All right. All right, Jay, get out of the way. Here we go.
Doesn't make noise.
Now, everybody can hear it. You can't, which is frustrating. Okay. I know. But it does. It clicks. It's real. It's riveting. Hey, making load boards great again is our topic.
Boom, baby. I'm not getting locked out this week.
Right on. So, do you want to kick it off? Because if I don't need to say anything, I won't. Mark?
Hey, Jay.
Making load board. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Ah, dang it. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. We already know the topic. So, let's do... There we go. Stop share. Oh, great. Now I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, so... Yeah, I put it on a weird configuration that I'm not used to. So we can see everybody's faces. Okay, Mark, take it away. Making load boards great again.
Oh, that's what we're trying to do. We've got a lot of cool technology with Dispatch Center, trying to make load boards great. I'm not sure when they stop being great. Were they great? I don't know, but they, you go. Load boards have been around for a while. Central's been around for a while, and people following. We've got a lot of great technology in Dispatch Center. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, and some of you probably haven't had an opportunity to see it and might not be really relevant in your arena. However, Dispatch Center is a pretty cool thing lately. We have got some cool technology in bringing things in such as carriers being able to search. So we're saying best search, best route, best in route, best in search. And we're allowing carriers to use their central dispatch or other load boards as we transition into them into one platform where we can search, kind of like Sky Hallman's theory, or not theory, but his practice in the auto auctions and bringing them all on one platform where everybody can log in in one view, see all of what they need to see. So a little bit similar with the load boards, bringing all the loads in, so you can use your central dispatch log in and see currently central dispatch center, and we're working on some others to bring in as well. So when you do a search, as you would to fill your truck, you can bring in other load boards, the view of other load boards. And there's an affiliate settings, and you can put your other load board settings in there. And as we implement those, we're going to have all the load boards in one location. So it doesn't matter what you have and where it is, it'll be in Dispatch Center, and that's where you find it, in Dispatch Center.
So I want to ask you a question. Exactly. Now, why? So the question is, why did you make those changes? What was the problem? Because that's where I'm getting at. At what point were the load boards not great? Were they ever great? Why do they still need so many updates and changes?
Well, we're doing what we're doing for the benefit of the carrier, and also it benefits the shipper who's trying to get shipped. So the carrier, as they log in, we also have a tool with Route Scout, and Route Scout is a really, really cool routing tool that will take all the loads for your route, and you can really fine tune on where you're looking. So you can look from a metro to another metro and see the best loads available there, or you can look from a state to a state and see the best loads there. But on the Route Scout, when you bring in your loads, so you bring in a search from all loads that are available from everywhere. And some load boards have some exclusivity and some early look. Dispatch Center has some early look. I believe that Super Dispatch does, Shift.Cars does. Other load boards have some early look at loads that are available. So when you can bring those in one search and not look all the places, you can bring those vehicles in the search, have them populate, but then the best part of it is Route Scout will pull the loads. You give your truck capacity, and you can filter from cars, SUVs, trucks. What do you want to haul? Do you want to bring in-ops in? You can do that. If you have enclosed, you can bring those in. You can filter in many, many ways. And when you're able to do that, you can fill your truck capacity at the highest dollar, and you can see what the highest dollar is versus how many miles you're running, and it breaks it down. And I really very cool.
And that's the thing is, and I like how you're getting to the heart of some of the features that, because at this point, I mean, if you get 60,000 loads, okay, well, there has to be a better way to filter and search. So I want to ask this: who else, anyone on this panel, I put it in the live chat, has kind of a passionate thing to add about load boards and improvements? Now, this is a diverse panel. I don't expect everybody to have load board commentary. Does anybody else have anything to add about the load boards before we move on? Mark, I think you did a great job covering a lot. Stan?
I'll be honest with you, Mark. We have not used your service yet, but we are going to look into it. And this almost goes back to the show we did on too many apps. Is there too many load boards? Basically, you're taking everything and putting it so you have access to it in one place. It's inevitable that some load boards get left behind. You get kind of in a rut where you're dealing with certain load boards at a certain time, and I just can't find that last piece for that car. And then all of a sudden, you look through your list and, oh, geez, I haven't looked at these guys in a month. And you pop it up, and then all of a sudden there's a load there. It's perfect. So I can understand where you're going with that. We're going to check that out.
You should call into the office and have somebody show you what we have going on. It's pretty impressive.
Cool.
And being able to take your truck, the cool thing is you can take your truck and you can say, this is where I'm starting. And then you can quickly look. If you're starting in Dallas, should I go to Colorado? Should I go to Chicago? Should I go to Atlanta? Should I go to Miami? You can quickly see what's the best amount of money I can make per mile for my driver which way do I want to send them? I want to send them where the money is. And then quickly see the return as well. So if you're going to Denver, you can see the return. What can you get for the return? And if you have a capacity of 5, it doesn't matter what you have, from 10 to 1, you can filter and it will put together a load for you based on the highest revenue first, and then work the way down with the revenue. And the cool thing is, the highest revenue may not be your most profitable load, even though you think that it is, but the one that's 2 or 3 down may be less miles and you're making more per mile on that load. So it'll give you, if there's enough selection, it'll give you 10 options, and you should look at those and be able to do it. And the other cool thing that we have, when you are looking at those, we also have something called trips. And so you can create a trip for a driver. So you can of the loads that you're looking at, you can book the ones that are currently on Dispatch Center, or call, we show you who has the loads. But you can put, even if it's not on a Dispatch Center load, you can put that load in a trip for that driver. And so if you need five cars for a driver, you can choose 2 or 3, and then you can have one that's already assigned to him or one that he's already picked up. And now you have 5 or 7 that he has capacity for, and you can also route scout what you have in the trip. So once you have a trip, you can press route scout for that trip. It'll show you how to route it, which way to drop it off, which way, if you have some picked up, they're already going to be where you tell it to start, and then work its way down to your other pickups and then your drop off. It'll show you which one you should drop off first to last. And it'll still break down your revenue and your miles that you're going to drive. It's very, very cool. Very, very sophisticated. And currently nobody else has technology anywhere close to that. It really
we'll definitely look into it because, we are a carrier that is not route specific.
Call to the office tomorrow. Somebody will show you, and it really is impressive.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Thanks, Mark.
Very cool. Yeah, that stuff's in the live chat. But Stan, since you're here and not in the live chat, if you you can email me. I've got that. You might have also seen Mark's email address. Is it mark@superflowsystems.com? No W?
That's correct. You can get me if you do support at superflowsystems.com, still no W. Other people in the office will see it. And if I miss it in my inbox and I don't have you already going into a mailbox that is separated, once I see you once, I can get you in there. And Stan, I can show you, or somebody else can show you, but I would like to show you. It's
Love
really,
it.
So I'll have somebody else from my office call because I try not to get too involved.
Right, exactly.
I'm on the road.
This is what's so cool. You know how I put up the chart of the automotive verticals? This is literally one vertical in that giant mass, and that's why we have such a diverse panel tonight. Let's go to the next topic. Thank you so much, Mark. That was a lot of great information. I think you really covered it well. That was awesome. Okay, here we go. See if I can do this. Okay, it is clicking. It is spinning. People are on the edge of their seats. Toughest client expectations to manage.
I think that's an easy one.
Okay, what is it?
Be careful.
Expectation.
Be careful.
They want it delivered yesterday, and you only got today.
Yeah. Time and distance is what my boss likes to say all the time. Time and distance is the most important thing to manage, and it's, that lives or has sent trucks through places like Chicago, Los Angeles, New York City, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Atlanta now. 1 mile in Atlanta is not the same as 1 mile in central Kansas. It just isn't. Time and distance, without a doubt, is the most challenging thing in my mind.
Yes, indeed.
I was thinking about Joel. Joel's probably got some high customer expectations, don't you, Joel?
Yeah, and it feeds all the way down to the transporters. So
What are
our
some
frustration? It's not you guys. It's the one we have to look at.
Yeah. So give us a quick example.
Well, I've got several cars sold, brand new ones that are coming in from GM that I can't really I can't give my customer a real number and say, hey, it's going to be here on this day. So they use VinView. I believe that's what it's called. Yes. And it's not accurate. So I'm sure you guys know about that on the transport side. I don't know how it works, but the Chevrolet is asking us to purchase their product so we can let the customer know when the car is going to be there, but we don't have confidence that it's going to be there. So that's our struggle.
Yeah, General Motors has got the way that they do it, and I've got a lot of experience with this on the plant side, is that the metric that is used from production to what they call release until dispatch, tender and dispatch, is a KPI that they measure. So your velocity is based upon, and your performance is based upon that standard. The problem is that the release is not consistent all the time. And so what I mean by that is the plant will produce 1,250 units a day, let's say, but one day 100 of them will be truck away and the rest will be rail. The next day 300 will be truck away, the rest will be rail. And so when you're in a fleeting situation, planning around that is like throwing darts at water balloons backwards while blindfolded, upside.
Like you're on the showroom floor. I feel
yeah.
like you're on the showroom floor. That's what we got to deal with.
So it's almost like every morning dispatch opens up the toy box and says, "Oh, this is what I've got to work with today," and they're off, and then it's out to try and deal with. One of my favorite people in the world likes to say, every morning dispatch has a puzzle to put together, and that is the case. And I think the technology at the OEM level has been trying to really figure out how that relationship works, so that way they can give dealerships a really good picture of ETA and all that. But it's still an imperfect science because you're dealing with time and distance, you're dealing with weather, you're dealing with density to this area versus that area, and if your dealership has a fleet order coming in, then sometimes those go to the front of the line and sometimes they go to the back of the line. So there's a lot of variables that go into it that even a computer can't quite figure out yet.
I got a question for you, Joel. How many have you had anybody back out of a deal yet because it wasn't delivered?
No, because the amount of inventories out there, everybody's pretty much grabbing whatever they're putting up with us. But if there was more inventory and we gave them the same song and dance, they probably would be going elsewhere. But the problem is they can't get that car anywhere. So
right now is an exception to the rule too, because
they're dealing with
the market's so tight.
But as with COVID and these home deliveries and all this whole process, we as a dealer got to be better. So, just as far as how we do our paperwork, I mean, it's even on our side, we're like in the old Arctic ages with the way the car dealerships work your e-commerce and stuff like that. So that's, we need to tell them that, hey, the car's going to be at this week, and it should be within those couple days, and we're not getting that done.
Interesting.
It's a challenging time, and especially because, all those things I said before would be challenging when the market is level and we're in a pure vanilla. Cars are being produced, cars are being sold at roughly equal rates. That's not today. Today, cars are being sold faster than they're produced because there is a scarcity of automobiles. And there are a number of vehicles, just looking at news reports a little while ago, a few weeks ago, I think Jay was showing a thing about, what did they call it? It was a factory stop ship or something like that. Now, there's a lot of cars that are not fully produced.
They send them off in the yards, and it's just,
So for accounting purposes, this is where it gets the math gets a little complicated here. But for accounting purposes, that vehicle is on the books. It's produced. It's
right.
not a vehicle,
right?
But it's produced.
Is it accruing interest as
it's on someone's assets?
The manufacturer it is.
Yeah, it's on someone's assets, and that's where velocity gets really interesting with the economics of our business, because the faster we get, the faster that the transport carrier gets to the dealer. The incentive is not necessarily just to make the dealer happy because they're getting their inventory lickety split. It's to get that asset off the books and shuffle it over to the dealership just as fast as they possibly can, so that way they can recognize the revenue. So there's some kind of weird parts of our business there.
We got them at the front door waiting for us, for the cars.
Yeah, it's a weird time right now.
That was a good topic. And, what you were saying about dispatch, it made me think. So, that movie Tin Cup, where he's playing a golf course with all kinds of crazy clubs? That's what it's like to dispatch. You got a baseball bat for a putter. There you go. That's what it is. All right, here we go. Let's go back to the spinner. That was awesome. Thank you guys so much. Mobile app tug of war status. How is the mobile app tug of war going? Now when I see another mention of an app, I kind of think of that show, and I wonder, is it just me? Are we Stan?
We're doing great. As I alluded to a month ago, we got rid of one of our longtime brokers, and we filled that slot nicely with a company that was on your show probably 6 or 8 months ago.
Awesome.
And they give us everything in a load board that we want and nothing that we don't want, and they're tickled to death that we use to dispatch, and everybody's happy. So I told you what was going to happen, and it's exactly what happens. If the apps are to the point where they just don't work or aren't efficient, that carrier is going to find a different way to make money. Otherwise, you're just on a downward spiral. You got into business to be your own boss. So why would you let somebody else force a tool on you to use to run your business?
Anybody? Yeah.
Ask Joel again.
Right.
Chevy telling you you have to use their app, Joel?
Well, that's all we have to use. Have you guys heard of InView? Anybody? Really?
Is it inview.com? Is that it?
I believe so. Let me look here.
I feel like I have heard of that.
I've heard of it, but I think it's mostly just a dealer-only tool.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Or OEM.
Is it the letter N view.com?
Yeah, VinView.
Yeah. No.
Hold on, let me look. 2 seconds.
This is healthcare.
Don't
Go down that rabbit hole, Jay.
Which is
We're not doing that. I don't think you've got anybody to answer that one.
You don't have that much time.
The technology thing is such a squirrely one because I'm not here to tell anybody to stop creating a mobile app. That'd be silly. What I am here, though, is to, if you're going to, be willing to recognize other technologies and be adaptive. You know what's interesting, Stan? And this is where, I don't know, I feel like I'm really riding the third rail. The company that you are not working with, I'm looking at someone else with a whole different set of problems, and I'm thinking, I think you should stop working with them too. And that's a whole different set of problems.
It was a hard decision, but it paid off for us.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't want to bash a company. I'm bashing. Why do we have so many problems? I don't understand. It's nuts.
We hauled for them. We hauled for them for 20 years. 20 years down the tubes.
So what happened? Well, and there you go. Right. That's what that's why that when regime change just really sums it up, doesn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Freight Verify.
Oh yeah. Now Freight Verify, yes.
I can talk a lot about them.
Oh yeah. Why don't you? That'd be great.
So Freight Verify is a third-party company that works with two of the large domestic OEMs, General Motors being one of them. Yeah, the other one is the other large domestic OEM, and they basically what they do is they tie in to the dispatch and delivery feeds and the GPS tracking in your company's ELD logbook. And so when you register a dispatch transaction to, in the case of General Motors, we'll just use them because you're here. But in the case of General Motors, if I were, my company, Midwestern, hauls traffic out of Spring Hill, and we have a connection, a special connection to General Motors in-house system that sends and receives data that says, here's where you take this car, or deliver it to here, it's on hold, it's off hold, whatever it is. When we dispatch that car, it sends a transaction to that system, but it also sends a transaction to Freight Verify. Freight Verify, included in that transaction is my truck number and all of the other information that is pertinent to that particular truck's log and GPS. And then Freight Verify will actually have a breadcrumb trail that will follow that delivery as it goes from place to place to place to place. And since I'm shipping full truckloads, it's actually tracking the breadcrumb trail on all 8 vehicles or 9 vehicles or 10 or whatever, however many you got on the truck from origin to destination. So it is an attempt to try and do something similar to like UPS and FedEx and Amazon are doing, where you have, to the minute delivery and ETAs and ETDs and stuff.
So where do you think
it's really interesting. it's a very interesting technology.
Right.
It is.
Where do
I
you-
would still. Sorry.
Why do you think that? Is it? I guess they're getting information from your guys' app, so that's not accurate.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Why does it not
We
happen?
part of our contract with the manufacturer is that we will send and receive data information to and from this vendor that will include the long GPS tracking of the vehicle from place to place.
Yeah, when it first came out, it looked great. I mean, we can see the vehicles, where they're sitting, what the problem is, if they're on a ship or wherever. But like anything, it is new. And I don't think they got it working the way it should. But
Yeah.
it would look nice. It would be nice because we'd be able to have the confidence to tell the customer instead of him.
Probably more a victim of circumstances of what's going on out there more than anything else, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what
that could be.
you know.
It.
The first, so if you're on the carrier side, your immediate reaction is get away from me, stay away from me, keep the hell out of my business. You stay on your lawn, I'll stay on mine. Jay, you need to get off my lawn.
That would be like observing me for the 10-mile stretch on Route 95 around Virginia and Maryland, 2 hours getting through traffic.
Yeah,
Feel free to watch. But
it has all those problems now. So, like in reality, carriers really should not be afraid of sharing this information because 95% of your deliveries are not just on time but early, and 95% of the time you exceed expectations if you're a reputable company. So a lot of carriers are really concerned about it, and I've kind of learned to. At first, I was one of those people that was like, get off my lawn. But get off my lawn. I do a pretty good Clint when I'm not feeling like I am today. But now, the reality is that we're in a service-based industry, and we have to share this information with our customers, being the OEM, but also our indirect customers, being the people who buy the cars, people who sell the cars. So it's a different and emerging technology is not perfect. There is a long way to go. It cannot understand traffic. It cannot understand cell phone and cell tower outages. It is utterly confused by weather. In the wintertime, your performance drops by 20 points because it is stupefied by snow. So, it is not perfect. There is a long way to go. It will get there, but it is a long way to go.
Let's see from on mobile apps, Jay.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah. Cold weather messes everything up. How's that on the trucks there, Ty?
Great. Absolutely awesome.
Road salt does nothing to the paint job on your truck, Ty.
Yeah.
You got you got to tune in Thursday on Dispatching Live. Just got pictures from Sue of what is that, Sue? What is it? Somebody wrapped their car in saran wrap?
Yes, like literal saran wrap, around and around it went.
Now it's not the whole car, but it was, which also confused me. They just did just the back doors? Are the back doors more expensive than the front doors?
So they did the back doors and then they did the passenger door, but they left the driver doors so the driver could get inside and drive it. And then they wrapped the steering wheel as well.
Jay, you're not
And he only got about 100 miles down the road, and it was about 50 billion sandwich wrap pieces left.
And now the owner's got to clean up all the saran wrap melted to the side of the car. That worked out well. Why pay for enclosed when you can wrap it in saran wrap? That's the ad. And it was just 150 miles. Oh, it's so. Oh man, I love it when the customer's always right.
There's a Jeff Foxworthy joke about that exact situation, I think.
So tune in Thursday and see the saran wrapped Mercedes. That's amazing. Oh shoot, probably saved $50. Okay, let's go to. Oh, EV battery weights and charging. It's kind of boring, But Joe, you crushed this, dude. Ty and I still talk about it. No joke.
That was amazing.
It was amazing. In a nutshell, can you time warp us? I know it's quite a build-up.
Well, the EVs are coming. They will be part of the new car future. One of the things I learned from that broadcast was, are they going to be part of the lease returns future, or how are pre-owned sales going to factor into this? Because a lot of people in the primary market are buying, they're not really buying, they're leasing. And 3 years later, or whatever time period, they return these things, and there's some justifiable, what was the word they used? Concern, fatigue, whatever, about, if I buy this car in 2 years, am I going to have to replace the batteries, which are, 2/3 of the cost of the vehicle. So that's going to be real interesting to see how that one shakes out. But, to the immediate point, the reality is these vehicles are 30% heavier than comparable gas burners. And the reality is that we will be dealing with heavier product on our trucks. And, we are limited by, 80 feet overhang on the front and the back, 80,000 pounds total gross weight, 34,000 on tandems, and, somewhere between 12 and 15,000, depending on your axles on the front. So there will be a erosion of load factor. We're already in a driver shortage, which means that capacity, which is tight now, is going to get tighter because the native load factor is going to get less. And on the panel we were on, they were pretty optimistic that there would be some legislative opportunities for us to, increase the axle weights and stuff. I'm a bit of a skeptic about that. I've been in this business now for 24 years, and I have seen probably 24 attempts to try and make changes to weight and length and height restrictions with very, very little success. Say what you will about, the way that the market is changing. The reality is there are some interests that benefit substantially from trucks having upper limits on weight and length placed upon them, so that way their business models of transportation can prosper. And I'll just leave it at that. A lot of money behind those organizations, and I think that's something that you cannot remove money from politics. Just ask the Romans. So there you have it. I think it's going to be an interesting time as we see what the trailer manufacturers can innovate to try and help us with load factor, because there's going to be a lot of resistance from the manufacturers on the pricing side. And, just put up a newscast about how dealerships are suing a manufacturer because they think their destination charges are too high. Wait till the EVs show up, because when every vehicle is 30% heavier, your load factor is going to go down a lot. And the destination charges will be impacted. And certainly, if the destination charges are not impacted because of the truck side, if it goes to a different mode of transportation, your velocity is going to go the other direction. So you're going to pay for it one way or another.
Jay, didn't you have a trailer manufacturer on a couple years ago that had a composite fiber, carbon fiber composite that was super light and super strong? And where is that dude?
Yes. So, Ty, do you remember the name of the company? It's Trevor.
Trevor. I don't remember the name of the company.
And right, and he's more of a...
He's wild.
Like an entrepreneur, because they were still researching, or some, call it R&D, right?
Yeah.
But
back
It's come around again.
But it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Ty.
Joe was talking about the I think that's residuals. Is that what you're talking about? The lease turn-in?
Yeah.
So Joel, what do you hear, Joel? Have you heard any of this talk?
No, I haven't.
Are you guys selling a lot of EVs at this point, or still quite?
In our area, we're probably 5%.
Really?
Sell a couple a month. It's not a big thing, but we just had 2 of them dropped off today, which is kind of crazy. The batteries are the size of the car.
Yeah.
Driving a battery.
It's like a skateboard. The whole car is like the bottom of the car is the battery. Crazy.
You know, finally somewhere where I can chime in. Can you hear me, Jay?
Yeah, man.
All right. Two things here. From the commercial truck sales side, we're seeing people want to put end of life into our sales contract on these trucks. We're doing vocational battery electric trucks, and they want end of life built into the contract for a guaranteed residual and want us to take care of recycling and disposing of the battery for them so that they just hand it back after 36 or 48 months or whatever their term is. And I think that's probably where the consumer market's going to go as well, is it's going to, you're going to lease it for a period of time, then the manufacturer is going to deconstruct the vehicle, maybe refurb it for the secondhand market. But I think vehicle ownership is going to not exist when electric vehicles are mass market. And on the size and weight, I can comment on that being a lobbyist member for the Towing and Recovery Association of America. We've been fighting for a minor technical correction to size and weight for tow trucks. And the pushback we're getting is ridiculous. I think that we're probably just shooting for the stars. We're not going to catch anything with a weight increase on axle weight without at least adding a sixth axle to the truck, which then changes configurations on the car trailer and changes our load capability. Probably it becomes a net sum zero then for the extra weight of the axle and the design changes to get the weight we want. I don't think we're going to see more than 80,000 pounds on 5 axles, at least not significantly more, where it makes a difference to keep our 9 or 10 car capacity on a current 80-foot truck.
And let's add to that the legislation. I talked about this on the broadcast, but I got a few details to add. The last time that we had legislation that changed dimensions on a truck was 2015, the Fixing America Surface Transportation Act, FAST Act, which is basically what allowed us to go from 75 to 80 foot, extended our overhang here and here, and those types of things. The last time there was length legislation to the United States DOT and that the federal government addressed was 1982, and that's when we went up from 92-inch wide tractors and 65 feet of length and that type of thing. The last time that we had an adjustment made to any type of weight legislation was 1974.
Mm-hmm. When they developed our current bridge formula that we use today, and in the STAA in 1982, they specifically went to great pains to freeze truck size and weight. So when we had the FAST Act in 2015, it was very difficult to even get the length increase, and they specifically ignored the weight increase to go along with it. They're petrified to increase weights, and I understand why, because our infrastructure is failing, our bridges are failing in this nation, so we don't want to put more load on them. I don't think we're asking for a substantial weight increase to go to 84 or 86,000 pounds, but I don't think it's going to happen until we address the bridges and other infrastructure needs. We're working on, well, our Congress is working on the current highway bill for this year, which will replace the 2015 FAST Act, and it's pretty much been hands-off asking for weight corrections or weight changes. We've been pretty much told no by T&I Commerce Committee. They just don't want to hear about weight increases right now.
Yeah, and again, there are related industries that have a vested interest in keeping motor transportation at the limits that they are at, because they don't operate at those same limits. And
sure, they cube out long before they weight out, so they don't want the extra weight in there.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that you're up against. The reality is that nothing fast happens in Congress. I think Mark Twain said something to that effect, and it's even slower when there are vast sums of money involved to ensure that the messages are heard loud and clear. And so I think the reality is, like you said, 80,000 is where we're going to be, whether we like it or not. Which something that we're going to have to find ways to work through.
Yeah, no, and we will. We'll adapt as an industry, and that is the other part of the problem, because we do have other parts of our own industry that don't want to see this increase either. If we can't present a unified front that trucking needs this, then nobody's going to take us serious. So, yeah, we're beating a dead horse now. Spin the wheel, Jay.
Aren't you guys kind of, don't you see a perfect storm coming though? I mean, you've gone from an 11-car high rail to now a 9-car quick loader. You've got EVs coming up that 7, maybe 6, depending on what you're hauling, is going to go on that vehicle. And plus, you're going to be bumping up, if they're not going to increase the weight, it's almost, like there is a perfect storm coming. You've got capacity coming down, maybe not the amount of trucks you have on the road, but the capacity of those trucks that are on the road because of weight. Yeah, I don't know. I see an awful lot of things happening here in a very short period of time.
You're correct, Stan. And where I think we might see some relief on overall gross weight is when we start being forced to adopt EVs ourselves as the power unit for the automobile transporter, because they seem willing to give us weight allowances for zero emissions technologies a little more freely than they do others. Because think about it, if California gets their way and we have to have no diesel emission vehicles by 2035 and on, we're going to add 10,000 pounds to the tare weight of our automobile transporter. So now a Stinger won't be 44,000, it'll be 50,000, again reducing what it can haul without that weight increase. So Congress is going to have to act, but it's still probably a decade or more down the road before they take any meaningful action.
I will add one more thing. You were talking about a carbon fiber trailer. I do have some experience with carbon fiber in the agricultural industry. I used to build fertilizer floaters, those big wheel things that you have, 100-foot booms on them. And there was a company that came out that actually had built a carbon fiber setup, because that is the problem with those wings. They become so heavy when you get out, 80 feet and they're swinging through the field. The problem with the carbon fiber is it will handle the static weight. It does not like the sharp bridge abutments and the potholes and things like that. They literally crack in half.
Yeah.
I don't see a carbon fiber trailer as such in the near future.
At least not at 80 feet.
No,
correct.
You've got way too much torsional flex and other things going on there. I just don't think it would be a healthy environment for that material.
And I think also, just to kind of put another point, you said load factor is going to go from 9 to 8 to 7. The Hummer EV, which General Motors is pushing out as their first, their first foray into the EV.
9,000 pounds.
9,046 pounds.
Yeah.
The Ford F-150 Lightning, 6,500 pounds. The Ford Mach-E, 4,900 pounds. GM Cadillac Lyriq, 5,600 pounds. These are vehicles that are substantially heavier than their gas-burning counterparts, even full of fluids. So, and that, you can't fight math, and that's where you're at.
It's kind of the reason we went the way we did and went with less units and the 80-foot, but almost like a flat Stinger. We can handle 4 big vehicles. We've always handled big vehicles, but that's exactly what we saw coming. That, and we've always been in that 8, 9, 10,000 pound range. And now, we're being asked to move, 24-foot buses that used to weigh 8,400 pounds, and now they're weighing 10,500. So, add 3 of them up, and now you're not talking a couple of pounds, you're talking 8,000 pounds difference.
What's interesting to me about this is that for the last 20 some odd years that I've been in this business, I've only seen more plastic get added to cars, and yet somehow they get heavier.
Yeah, how's that work?
Does not seem, those don't, I don't get that.
Jay.
I'm with you.
Jay.
Yeah.
So one thing that I don't know if you guys have noticed, like Central Dispatch, Super Dispatch, Dispatch Center, all have weights on the vehicles now in most cases, and that's very helpful, especially when you start getting into trends of new vehicles that you're not used to hauling, and that you'll be able to see what that is. Dispatch Center, I think, might be the only one that that will total the weight. If you have multiple vehicles on one
Oh, that's kind
shipment,
of cool.
yeah,
Totals
we total the weight if the weights are in the database, and in most cases they are for the newer vehicles. That bus that you're
and then
talking
it
about,
pops up comments like "You're SOL" and this isn't going to work. And by the way, I did want to share
maybe.
this before we move on. Is that I came up with a neat little drawing here. I just did. It says, "Am I a car hauler now?" So basically, Ty, help me. We're going to go thrift shopping. We need a motorcycle helmet and a little like one of those little golf ball baskets, and we'll glue it to the top and then strap it to your head, because apparently you're a car hauler if you have a way to carry cargo on your head rack. Okay, that went well.
That was a long walk to get to that one.
I make really long ones. It's called Tuesday Nights Live. Spinning the wheel. Okay, we did this one. Auction, transport, communication. Ty, I kind of thought of you when I put this one together. How we doing?
I still keep going back to Scott Kolb. Who's he with again?
He's kind of on his own, but he is doing some consulting work. We'll leave it at that.
He's a big name, been around a lot of big people, but
Yeah.
he was on this show, whatever show that was.
Yeah.
Chain of custody for guys like me that, auction dealer auction world. And that's again where I see Black Widow being like priceless. If we could somehow put that together, that would increase the communication tremendously for the carrier, the auction, and the dealer, and the driver.
And it needs to improve, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's wrong with it now? What, people don't talk to each other?
Well, I think you have too much. I'm old school and a hard ass, but I think you have too much technology and everybody's making it more complicated than it needs to be. But I like to just go back to where we used to just go get the cars, load them, and then drop them off. And then if there's a problem, we deal with Joel. Joel deals with us. And it's never going to go back to that. I understand that. But if we have too many apps, I'm blown away right now that Joel has to use technology. And it sounds like you're paying for it. Are you paying for that, Joel?
Not yet. They gave it to us free for a while.
For a while, right? So yeah. The trick about technology, I think, and Mark can tell me if I'm wrong, but definitely not against it, but everybody doesn't do this, put this technology out for free, as far as I know. Another question I had was, Joel, do you have a central account?
With transporters?
Central dispatch. Do you have a central dispatch account?
No, I don't.
Oh, really? Okay. So you just have a guy. You call your guy?
Yep, my local guy.
So where I'm going is communication with the auction. Is that what the question was? Auction, transport, communication?
Yeah. Yeah. We're right. We're in the rough.
Yeah.
But why do we see? Because I want to try to hit this topic as well as we can, beat it over the head. Why do we see so many transporters so upset with auctions? Can't use the bathroom. Guard Shack doesn't know anything. Can't find the car. What is going on?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's your Mannheim and your Odessas that went corporate on us probably in 2000 something. Yeah, I said it.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The thing is, for transporters at these auctions, life is not great. And they're the service providers.
They're the service provider, but I don't think the auctions see it that way. I think the auctions see it as a necessary evil, and would you just please get out of here? And I think that they don't understand, and that could be why this whole show that you built, the platform, could be good and add value to people like, say, Mannheim and Cox that it really does appear do not care about the transport guy. But if you could somehow overlook how bad the transport guys are and look at what we're trying to do for your customer, who's your customer? Auction. Yeah. So, you know, I get excited about independent auctions. I get excited about America's auctions. They might be corporate, but they still have autonomy in their auction in their city. And I think something happened along the way. So, you know, you talk to a guy, Joe. Joe, you guys go to auctions?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not as much as we used to once upon a time, but sure.
Your drivers like it?
Nope.
Right. Nobody wants to go to the auction.
You know, you're kind of touching on this, and it's kind of a really important topic about just for our business, I think, as a whole. I tell our drivers all the time, especially the drivers who are new to our business, that, you know, this is a relationship business, a people business. And, you know, the reality is that you're going to eventually find a groove, and you're going to get into, you know, I go this way, I get a load, I go that way, I get a load, I go this way, I get a load, whatever permutation that is. There will come a point where you see that same end customer the second, third, fourth, and fifth time. There will come a point when that check-in person or the salesperson or that GM sees you and says, oh, I know that driver. And, you know, you strike up a conversation, and then it's, boy, these cars are great. When's the next shipment coming in? I don't know. I'll see you next Tuesday, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's something that I think, you know, you talked a little about making load boards great again. That is the depersonalization of our business. You talked a little bit about, you know, why do we hate the auctions? You're a number. The drivers are told, go get those 8 cars. I don't give a damn how many miles, how many steps you put on your phone. And, you know, go get those 8 cars. That when you develop those relationships with those people, you know, Joel just said, oh, I got a local guy I call. That's probably because that's a person that he's done business with and trusts to do the right thing and charge him a fair price. May not be the cheapest price, but it's a fair price, and he gets done, and he comes when you're called. That is gold. That is the core backbone of our business, is that relationship between two companies. And I think that, you know, you called it the corporatization. I see that too. And I think the more you try and remove personality and people from the equation, it gets you somewhere, but it's not the end game in my mind.
And go on. I just want to say, and with the increased digital auto auctions, your problem just got harder. What were you going to say?
Yeah.
I was going to say he's absolutely correct, and that's what led us out of the transport business and owning trucks. When the personal service, I couldn't go sell myself and my company anymore, because now it's the digitization, looking for the truck with the open spot that can just fill in for you. And all 15, 20 years of relationship buildings with my dealerships and with the auction staff meant absolutely nothing anymore. And that's also why our rates are going in the toilet. We have a low barrier to entry, and now you don't even need those interpersonal skills, because at the end of the day, you're going to pick the car up, you're going to point to the VIN number on your paper and say, I'm here for this. And you're going to pick the car up eventually, even if they protest, and you're going to get it to the auction. And you're going to get burned out, and 6 months later, another new guy is going to come do it. And that is the core of why we're where we are today.
Soon you won't even have to speak English. You just hold up the phone and grunt.
That's happening right now when we get transporters bringing chassis into our, because I also work with a truck dealership that sells car haulers and tow trucks. And if it's not our regulars, we're getting some people that come in to pick something up, and literally they just point to the app on their phone, here. And that's the best we get out of them.
Yeah, but Brian, it isn't just, or Joe, it isn't just the auctions that have changed either. And I don't know how much Joel does, but I mean, the dealership side has changed. It used to be our local dealers here would only buy from, you know, maybe they bought from Denver or Dallas or Kansas City. You know what? Now that dealer's looking at cars in Cleveland. He's looking at cars in, you know, Tennessee. So that segment on the dealer side has changed, especially now, because inventory's been so damn tight. You pull in a new car dealership, he's got one row of new cars and everything else is used. So, you know, they're banging the door down, buying vehicles wherever they can to put something in that space on that lot.
But we're also trying to buy cars where we feel comfortable that we can buy them, plus get them transported. I mean, there's some auctions that are harder to get cars out for some reason. I don't know all the secrets. You guys probably know all the secrets, but I think the dealer, if the dealer knew that X auction area was an easy transport pickup, I would probably look at that area to buy.
Boom.
So
He's right. He's absolutely.
I don't know if Central Dispatch would dealer that. Probably not. No. I think it's, you buy the car and you're like, oh wow, it's already here.
You know
Let me
what?
try that again.
And you know what I love, what you just said, Joel, is I've been talking about if that data does exist, it is a secret.
Yeah, I'd love to know what it is.
And I don't think it should be a secret. That should be some public. That's a show right there. I know. I just let the cat out. That is a show.
See, I think that's where the carrier.
Let me get some nuggets before that show, and then we'll spread it.
That's where I think the carrier comes in and owns his own business. You build a lane. Joel will pay me more money to go. Joel may never buy a car in Kansas City, ever. But I'm like, hey, Joel, I think there's cars here. Okay, well, yeah, there's a couple. I can buy them. All right. So Joe calls me. He buys the cars. I have them to him the next day. Joel keeps getting a taste of that. Joel's going to start leaning on me heavy, and Joel will probably even spend a little more money. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, Joel.
I would, if I can get them quicker.
Not just spend money with me, the transport guy. He might even spend a little more money on the car because he knows he can get it back. I can count on this guy to get the job done.
Right.
Stan said it in a different context, but I think that a dealership, if a dealer knows that a carrier is easy to do business with and works with them and is flexible to them and understands their needs, they will be number one on the speed dial, as opposed to looking it up on Google and getting 200 different search options. That's a reality that I have found in our business. Once you build those relationships, man, like I said, they're gold.
Absolutely true.
Spin the wheel.
Great. Yeah, exactly. I know. Ty's got to be looking at the time thinking.
Boy, I am.
Yeah, he's going to turn into a pumpkin here after a minute.
I know, dude. One more topic till pumpkin.
Oh, man.
Come on, Ty. I'm probably older than you are. You can stay up a little bit longer.
Man, I got up early, dude. Early.
I'm going on 21 hours up myself, and I'll be back on the road at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Wow. But I'm in a car, not a truck, and so it's legal.
Oh, okay.
I can be tired in a car.
Brian, we love you, man. I sent somebody else to you the other day, by the way. I don't know if they
Oh, thank you. They might have. I get calls almost every day now from this show.
Oh, great.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Well, we took a little whack at the piñata. Let's go ahead and load up the bat. Social media, great. Actual culture, toxic. I know that is one crazy topic, but I personally am tired of seeing all this wonderful pizzazz on social media, and I know some of that just isn't true. Do we like seeing that? No.
Are you suggesting that social media is spreading disinformation?
But is
that what you're saying?
Exactly. And I'm not trying to get political, but where did the disinformation then become business disinformation? I know there's always been creative advertising, and I've always liked it when I first noticed like Burger King and McDonald's would just whack each other on TV. I'm like, all right, truth. Where did that go? Everything's the best in the universe and the fastest and the easiest and the really? I'm so tired of it.
Let me ask this question, sort of aside, so it's just to sort of prod on this subject here, Jay. How many times have you had to rate something, whether it's on Amazon or Google or whatever? Like, how can everything be 5 stars? Wouldn't 5 stars be like the pinnacle of human achievement? Are you going to tell me that the set of gloves that you bought from Amazon is 5 stars? Like, never be better gloves than this set right here? I mean, like, to me, I think that is that's a contributing factor, is that people have this belief that everything is either the greatest ever or total rubbish.
I love that comment. I do, because that you're hitting on it. Like, we no longer accept anything other than 5 stars. In fact, I think the name of the company is 5 Star Gloves. We're gonna get off this because I know this is a real tough one. Like, but that's the reason I included it tonight, is that I'll bet a fake $100 bill that you wouldn't find even this topic mentioned on most other wonderful lists of amazing, incredible, best in the universe topics. Because why in the world would we talk about questioning social media? It's social media. It must be, But we know that's not true, because that's why I say in person. The thing is, we get the advertising, but what do we look for personally? The craziness. Give me craziness or give me death. All right, I'm gonna move on.
I think you got a 5-star YouTube channel, Jay.
It was with that unrealistic expectations that from your previous questions, unrealistic expectations,
right.
and
well, that
all builds to that.
That's why when just juxtaposing Karen with that picture of that car loaded to the gills, that's so funny. To me, that sums up. And yet, in the response, when I was picking on big brokers, it's a matter of math and problems. No, actually. I mean, it could be. Sometimes I feel like Woody Allen for now. Okay, let's move on. Okay. All right, here. Can't even say Woody Allen anymore. Man, the world's changed. Okay. It's crazy.
I'm surprised you did say that.
But I'm not afraid of a great filmmaker's name. Okay. All right. If I could fix a problem, what would it be? Woo! Holy cow. Nobody knows where to start.
Fix the unrealistic expectations people have. That's a problem. Fix that.
Jay, when I first looked at this list you put together and this popped out at me, I thought, what could I fix that would really benefit everybody? And it's been touched on before, the infrastructure. I mean, if I could fix the roads and the bridges and wave a magic wand, everybody's life would be better. Trucks would last longer. We wouldn't have the damages we have. I mean, everybody would be happy. At least on my side.
Remind us where you're located, Stan. Where are you located?
Well, actually, I'm located in a state that has fairly good roads. I'm in north central Kansas.
Oh, jeez.
But we run all 48 states, so I get through some real shitholes.
But actually, Stan, that is. Let me click around here. That is actually a really good. That's very interesting that you mentioned what infrastructure, right? Because we can all agree, I think, that better roads and better infrastructure will make better business, etc. But we can't agree on how to go about it.
Well, my whole thing was, I'm looking at it from the safety factor. We just, 2 weeks ago found out that we've had a bridge in Memphis that's been cracked for 5 years.
Yeah.
I worry about my drivers out there going across the damn river and falling in. I really do. I mean, it bothers me. I don't sleep well at night until I know everybody's planned. I mean, it's stupid, but it is what it is. I worry about these guys. So
that's actually really cool. And right, if you're out on the road, there's some, 5% of all truckers on the road right now. Yeah, I can get an amen on that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tough thing about being a business owner of a trucking company is that worry every day, something, and things that are out of your control, that you could have a disaster and everything that you've worked for come spiraling down pretty quick.
Yep.
With somebody else's actions that you don't even have control of, and it might not even have been your guy that had.
Now that
the
sounds
issue.
like a social media post.
Which part?
Well,
Show a smashed up truck, right?
Let me refine that. Many years ago, I met an executive in this industry when I was very inexperienced. And he said to me, and I will never forget this, he said to me that if you don't, safety is a culture of the transportation industry. And safety is, if it's not your most important priority, then you're doing it wrong. And it's not just because of the ethics and all that. Those are all very important too. But safety is the thing that can put a company out of business overnight. It just takes one accident to become uninsurable. It just takes one incident to basically, place yourself in a position where your customers are going that negligence is intolerable. And we live in a very small industry, so news travels pretty fast. So if you're not paying attention to safety, you're not paying attention to doing the right things, then you're focused on the wrong thing.
Ask Lionel; those guys won't be around long. Ask Brian; those guys won't be around long. People are running that way. They won't be around long. Lionel, will they be around long? No, they're uninsurable.
Uninsurable.
You have to be.
And they're always watching.
Exactly.
When
The
you don't
DOT
even think
is
they're
and the
watching.
compliance issues that they push and that they mandate and that they knock on your door to make sure that you are doing it right. You have to do it right, Brian.
Your customer will cut you off. The insurance company will cut you off even before you know it happens. They're looking at your CSA score daily. They don't have to wait until something happens. They know the maintenance on your truck by the number of times you've been pulled over and put out of service. They're not going to ask. They're going to tell you. You're done with us today.
You're absolutely correct, Lionel.
Wow.
Absolutely correct.
That'll wake you up. Now that'd be another good social media post. You're done today. We know your record.
We know who you are.
Right, we know. We already know. In fact, I think that will be.
How am I going to pay for my truck?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Your insurance rates are a very substantial factor into the overall cost of running your business, and you're only one loss run away from having a substantial change to those rates. Substantial. If you're not paying attention and doing all the right things and practicing what you preach.
It's not just insuring your truck, just workman's comp.
Workman's comp, health insurance, wellness.
You name it.
People scoff at wellness programs, but I'm a huge believer in them because the more people are especially if you're a smaller organization that's trying to self-fund into health insurance, if you have a lot of employees that have unhealthy habits and stuff like that, then it's going to show up on your insurance premiums eventually, and it will render you non-competitive. That is a real thing in our industry.
And because I list topics and I whittle it into 10, and insurance hikes didn't make the list, but yeah.
Put it on there.
It was an alternate, and driver shortage too. And
Put it on there.
the state of car hauling in general, as it gets into, you can really.
If there was one problem that I could solve to bring this around at the first point, it would be education in the trades and education into aspects of our business. Because not only is there a driver shortage, but guess what? There's also a shortage of support people, mechanics, dispatch. These are a lot of people. There are a lot of trades that are associated with the mechanics of actually doing our work. And I think that there's no quick solution to this, by the way. We have to invest in the trades and invest in education and invest in the future so that way we can see our business flourish. Or else you're just going to run out of skilled hands to be able to do this job.
Well said.
It is good.
Really well said. How we doing? We got time for 3 more?
What? Not
Ty's going, if Joe doesn't talk, we got time for 3 more.
We've kind of touched upon. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll do super speed round. 2 minutes.
Oh.
Here we go. Ty's like, I love it.
No, more.
Sides, your favorite's coming up. See, helping dealers move inventory. Joel touched upon this. Anything else to add to that, Joel?
No, let's figure out this next panel on how the dealer can find the sweet spots and stay away from the pain points places.
It's a really.
I want that'd be a good Friday show. Joe and I talk about that.
Ooh.
Right there.
Hook that up. That's a Cars on the Move. That's it. You're totally right.
Next, spin the wheel.
We got, Friday we got Alan at 74 Auto. We got Christopher Ludwig. Then we got Melting Block of Ice. Maybe the next Melting Block of Ice we can incorporate. So think about that. Okay?
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. Bing, bang, boom. Here we go. Why are we showing Ty? Hang on. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. That's a really good idea, Joel. I love that.
That's a great idea. I love it.
But I need a little extra.
And we yeah, sure. We'll swing and we need to know. So you need to make a list of some of those parameters that help you sort. Yeah. All right, everybody. I want to know. I really want to know this question. I mean, I'm at Car Conference next month. Do we need to wear a mask? I really don't know. I don't.
I heard Sarah told me at the car conference we got to wear a mask. I heard that. I'm just like, seriously? So at my store, we have plexiglass. I mean, we had stickers everywhere, signs. We brought it all down. Still, if a customer comes in with a mask on, that salesperson's going to mirror exactly what they do. Give them all the respect. If they want to wear a mask, I'll wear a mask. Other than that, I have a receptionist that, I mean, for the last year and a half, she is every morning and throughout the day, she comes and cleans, just make sure it gets disinfected and all that stuff. And she's a superstar. But we still do our part. But if someone's wearing a mask, we wear a mask. If they're not, we live life.
I think that's a good policy for a business owner and for a dealership. And just give people the respect that they need. And not everybody is vaccinated, and they still want protection.
Right.
And just for a business, I think that's a pretty good attitude, especially today. A lot of people, so many people vaccinated, and it's wide open in Ohio. Every business that you have traditionally gone in, that you walk in with a mask, that now you do not need to, and you see the employees not doing it in the bank, everywhere. And so it's
we still want our freedom, but I think we can respect everybody else's. I mean, everybody's got different ideas on how the mask or the vaccines or whatever. I thought we were going to get into medical today, but
or political. But the thing is, and that's the thing.
No, I just think that people need to relax, and if someone wants to do something, that's great. Love them for that. Other than that, leave them alone.
Well, and it's a real topic that still really affects people. It's a business topic, and that's why I brought it up, because I'm not afraid to bring up a business topic. Yeah. It might be a touchy one, but it's still a business topic, and I like your answer.
I had mechanics that didn't want to sit in people's cars. Why do I want to sit in that car? So we would spray them with some magic potion. I don't know what we did, some medical stuff inside the service drive, but it worked, and it made everybody relax and say, okay, we're protected. So
a little water with some pink food coloring in it or something.
But I
got a paint gun. And I took chemicals, seriously, a paint gun, and I dialed it all the way down. I tried to do like one of those Wagner paint flares, and it would wet the car. People would go crazy. But this was like as they were closing all the stores, and we stayed open. But it was I got a paint gun and finally figured out how to work it, and it was such a light. It showed the customer that we were trying to protect them and us at the same time. As long as you don't get on plastic, we were fine.
I went to a restaurant that 2 months ago, they had plexiglass, you can't go in, it was like Red Dawn. I went in the past week, and I walked in with a mask. I was surprised I could even get in. Then I get in, and I'm the only one wearing a mask. I'm like, well, that was fast. What happened?
I've found that it's mostly psychological, and respect your customer, emulate what they're doing. But what I've also found is in certain segments of customer service, especially like fast food restaurants, they're still using this to cover for their being short-staffed by not opening dining rooms or inside facilities under the guise of, oh, we're still not allowed to have you in our dining room. So I found some people are taking advantage of it. But yes, our policy is if we have a local restriction in place, comply with it. Otherwise, do what you're comfortable with. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when you're interacting with customers, you do what the customer is comfortable with. And that seemed to work very well for me. And I've been in 44 of the 48 states in the last 18 months, traveled continuously during this, and that policy's worked well for me.
And so I go to the Royals game like a week ago. Everything was normal. I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
So when I go to car conference, and if we're back into masks, I'm going to be like, what?
I know.
Right?
I just heard that like 2 days ago, and I'm like, Sarah, you got to be kidding. I would think she would have the right information. So.
Well, and everybody's so different on it. So anyways, we brought it up. We talked about it because on Auto Transport Intel, we can talk about stuff. All right? All right, cool. I know Ty's really glad now. Darren at Secure Auto Transport's thrilled that we talked about masks. This one's for you, Darren.
He's banging chairs now.
I know. He's like, come on.
Hey, guys, everybody, thank you so much. It was good to see you guys. Joe, Joel, Brian, Lionel, Sue. It was awesome. Thanks for coming. Jay, thank you.
You're running away before the last topic.
Oh, well, I got to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Really
Good night, Ty.
Good night.
Ty, man.
Good night, Ty. See you later.
Thank you, brother.
Hi, Ty.
Bye, guys.
Give him a... And shipper to carrier, are the rates fair? Are the rates fair? Seems like there's always somebody upset with the rates. Can't please people all the...
If you're upset at the rates, it's probably your own fault.
Ooh.
Just my take on it.
Well, I have a feel-good story about a guy you guys helped about a year or so ago. His name is Dwayne. He's probably not listening to this because he's probably out there hustling and getting into it with Jack Cooper down there in Maryland. He started about a week and a half ago, believe it or not. And for the life of him, he didn't believe that he would get that. Is there going to be a car available, or am I going to get paid enough money, or all these questions seemed to stem within his mind. But then he relaxed and went back to the foundations of what he learned from the show. And he went under the concept of short miles, long dollar. And all of a sudden, over the past 2 weeks, he's done over $7,200 in short mile runs for Jack Cooper and RCG down in Maryland. He's done over at least 70 cars in a 2-week period of time. And his phone won't stop ringing because he's doing what it is that they're asking him to do. And he doesn't even use his load board anymore.
Good for him.
Yeah,
That's good to hear.
I'm typing. Anybody else? I'm responding. I got a guy. I just got an email from let's see, I'm going to go ahead and leave out the... Hey, I'm a used car auto broker looking to have a 2015 Dodge Charger transporter from Nebraska to Georgia. Gives me the zips. Can you please assist me with a quote? I get all these interesting emails all the time. I got a guy who was doing a school project and wanted some sources on some stats I gave on a show. And it was to get these really interesting emails. And what's happened, and thank you, Ty, for not being here to share the joy, is that we talk about the network and how we just tap people on the shoulder at this point. And we were talking about how, I mean, a guy came in, became an ATI insider, got the news letter email, and then within like a week, I think he talked to Lionel, and he talked to Mark, and he talked to Sue. Like, it's really, really cool. So, responding, hey, Derek. Oh, dang it, I said his name. Include, so this one goes to Sue. And then I'll keep a copy. Is Jay doing this live? Yeah, it's that kind of show. Well, I guess we're at the end. If Jay's answering emails live, then maybe we're really at the end. That was 10 topics. We did it in about an hour and a quarter. That was fun. And there was some great conversation. So
Yes, there was.
There really was. I want to thank you guys. I'm going to start at the top. Joe, thank you so much. Final thoughts, Joe?
Great panel. This is a lot of fun. Can't wait to tackle 10 more of the world's problems and solve them all in kind.
Hear, hear. Joel, thank you. Any final thoughts? Car conference.
Yeah, car conference. Visit booth 202 Black Widow, a drive-through imaging system that could show that transparency for the auctions, shippers, transporters, to the dealer, to the customer. But that's my other hat. That's my Black Widow hat, and I got my Pogue stuff that I do. But it was enjoyable panel tonight, so thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Hear, hear. Stan, final thoughts.
I just wanted to say I really enjoyed myself. I got a lot of good information and really appreciated talking and really appreciated all the input. Definitely gonna look into Mark's product, and we'll probably be giving you a call. Brian, I think you still owe me breakfast.
Yes, I do. I might even be out your way. I'm going to, I don't know where you're going to be in the world next week, but I'm going to Sacramento, California, and I'm driving next week from Pennsylvania, leaving Sunday, and I may dip down through Kansas to visit someone else.
I got to be honest with you. The girlfriend's been on vacation for the last 10 days, so I've been taking care of the fur baby. So as soon as she gets back, I'm on the road.
Let me know which direction you're going, and I'll find you.
All right, we'll touch base. So at any rate, really appreciate everything, guys, and I loved it. You know, it's great. Jay, if you ever need a quick fill-in and I'm home, give me a call.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Believe me, your input is very valued. So I thank you so much for joining us. It was cool, and you guys just right then there, Stan and Brian getting together. It makes you jealous. Like, we got to figure this out. How do we get everybody together? How do we do that? The U.S., this is where the U.S. is so big, it gets tough, right? How do you get everybody together in the same place at the same time? I don't know. I don't have.
We got to piggyback off of something that's exciting that's going to want to bring people there.
I know, which is what? What is that?
A GATS or a MATS, but they didn't happen this year. Some truck show, some major event. I just don't know which one it is.
So let's say we're that. So let's say we can actually get people to go to the same spot. We need like good food. We need like, what do we need? A good band. I mean, what do we need?
That's exactly what you need.
So okay, music, food, some trucks.
What's the standard car horse line? Strippers and cocaine.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, this is Auto Transport Intel, so you can. I mean, if you thought it, you can say it. I said Woody Allen earlier, so. Okay.
You said it twice, Jay.
Yeah, I know, right? That's typical, right? I can never let someone get one up on me. Mark Grodeke.
Speaking of bringing
you.
things together,
Right.
And we working hard at Dispatch Center SuperFlo, trying to bring technology together. And if you have technology and you want people to participate in that technology, carriers, if you have a mobile app, you can put your mobile app on Dispatch Center and make it available to all the carriers. If you have loads available, you can post them on Dispatch Center and have them all available. We have a lot of technology trying to bring things together. So that's what we have, a playground. We're not just trying to nudge out the competition. Everybody bring your toys, bring what you have, bring your technology, let everybody share it from where you are at. And we've got some good stuff going on. So check it out, Stan.
Well, and
Looking forward to talking to you.
I think things like your fishing pond help keep the humanity in a digital environment, which is something that we were talking. So that's good. Good on you, man. Thank you.
Thanks. So there's so many things that we have going on, trying to bring people together. So it doesn't matter what segment that you're in. If you have a piece of it and you want people to participate, we have APIs, we have technology, we have people who can help you bring it in. So we want a nice playground.
Awesome.
Give a good product for the people using.
Well, and thank you for leveraging this platform to deliver that message. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Cool. Okay, and Brian Riker, final thoughts, man.
My final thoughts are, I want to thank the audience for being here, because you are the special ones that actually want to learn your industry. You want to do better, and you understand that even if you hire other services to help you with dispatchers, compliance companies, whatnot, you want to understand how your industry works so you can make sure that your consultants are making the right decisions for you. Keep up the effort. Education's important. Stay safe out there. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow live, noon Central, for DOT Compliance with your DOT guy, Brian Riker. And when I'm tired and slurring my words tomorrow, at least you all that watch tonight will know why. Jay kept me up way past my bedtime.
Oh man, it's funny. Our Wednesday show is funny because we don't get much of a break coming off Tuesday night. But in that way, we're again sharing something with the audience, because being on the road that much, man. Right?
I bring it to you live from a different city every Wednesday almost.
You're all over the place.
I may actually be back home in my office by the time we go live in 13 hours, but I'm not sure. Or 12 hours. What is it? It's 10:30 out there, so 13 and a half hours.
Well, here's a crazy one. So next Tuesday night, we're going to do a show with Location Services, and then, it's like 6 hours after wrap, I got to head to the airport. So we have no DOT compliance next Wednesday, and I'm just letting you know right now in front of everybody.
Oh, thanks for the heads up. Okay. That's good, because about next Wednesday, I'm going to be somewhere in Montana, maybe, depending on which way I go to Sacramento. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do a show next week.
Well, you're off the hook.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't have to take the studio to California with me.
Right. I love how that all worked out, and everybody.
All right.
And everybody got to witness it. That's wonderful. Lionel Yates, final thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yes, I just want to thank you guys for the platform to be able to do this, to help the people that you guys touched. And I don't really say it enough, but there are a lot of guys that are channeling through my organization. I'm putting them through to Brian's organization. Just everybody as a resource. I can't tell everybody how important that is, and to help them substantiate themselves in a profitable venture instead of just out here trying to figure things out and put things together that they don't understand. This platform's been wonderful for that, and believe me, Jay, you guys have fortified a few different operators out here and helped them to be able to feed their families and support them.
Wow, man, I appreciate that. that's where I guess all the pain I went through in dispatching, I'm able to give back. I went through a lot of pain in dispatching, and that was just dispatching. So, and I mean, hearing guys on the road, right? I've never driven, I've never loaded, but I've spent so much time on the phone with drivers, hearing their pain. I'm like, man, I'm in pain, and I'm sitting in a chair at a computer. You're in serious pain, right? The loads cancel and the weather.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So thank you so much, Lionel. I appreciate that. And I love that you're in touch with folks on the ground, an extension of our soul.
Yeah, me and Brian are both up in Pennsylvania, but we met down in Brian and Linda met down in North Carolina.
Yes.
It's awesome, man.
That's how dynamic this thing is.
Oh, I know. We're gonna be global. All right, that's it then, everybody. Thank you all so much. Thank you for staying up with me. I know it's almost 10:30, and I really do appreciate that.
5-star broadcast, Jay.
5 stars.
Oh my gosh.
11:30 here.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm actually in Ohio right now doing this on my way home to Pennsylvania. I'm out.
Wow.
Where am I? Austintown, so
That's late.
Eastern Ohio. And yeah, it's 11:30. I'm tired. I'll give you 2.5 stars because you bloviate too much, Jay. You overran your opening.
You know, right? It's typical. I did.
Hey, you're
was-
the only talk show host that's getting gigged for talking.
I know, right? I was 8 minutes late to my own panel. I know.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right,
It was a
thanks,
good night.
everybody.
Good night,
I'll see you
Steve.
tomorrow, Brian.
Good night.
See you tomorrow, noon Central.
Noon Central.
I referred some guys over to you, Brian.
Thank you.
They should be in the live chat tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank
That'd be
you.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
you're welcome.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Cool. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow.
I'm usually a lurker on those shows.
Ah, lurkers, yes.
Yep.
Good
All
night,
right,
guys.
good night,
Take
guys.
care. See
Good
you all
night.
later.
Good night, Stan.
Thank you, Jay.
Night.
All right, I'm officially ending this meeting now. Boom. And that's it. I'll let everybody go. I sure do appreciate it. That was fun. Wheel of Topics is a very interesting format, but I'm biased. I want to thank Murphy Auto Transport Services. Thank you, Sue, for your participation and support. We'll see you on Thursday. And make sure if you need a dispatcher, Sue runs a dispatch office, Murphy Auto Transport Services. I want to thank United Road. GoNVTA.org. If you're looking for an association, there's a few, and we're going to keep talking about them. But we know that that's kind of what Wheel of Topics is for, to look at all those different things that you need help with. Maybe an association is the right way to go. GoNVTA.org. I also, of course, I want to thank Black Widow. Black Widow Imaging. Joel was on the show tonight talking about Black Widow. We're going to be live at Car Conference next week with Black Widow at Car Conference. And again, we're going to keep talking about Black Widow Imaging because this is one of those areas where, yeah, we do. We need better auction, dealer, transport, communication, and exchange of information. It's not just communication, exchanging information, because technology should help us. And also, thank you so much, Mark, at SuperFlo Systems. Thank you, SuperFlo, for everything that you do. If you are looking to learn more about Dispatch Center, go to dispatchcenter.com and get a hold of Mark. Support at superflowsystems.com, and there's no W in SuperFlo Systems. And I want to thank all the panelists tonight. I mean, we had an incredible lineup. We had, Tim Scouteles. He is at Digital Dealer. He sent me an email. He couldn't make it. Let's see here. Let's give a shout out to Tim and Paul are together at Digital Dealer in Tampa. You've seen Paul from Black Book on this show. You've seen Tim Scouteles from Max Digital on this show. Together they appear on the Melting Block of Ice on Cars on the Move. Tim sent me this picture. What's up, guys? Man, I wish I could be at Digital Dealer, but it just wasn't in the cards. But we did, of course, have, we had Lionel and Linda Yates of CY Financial, Joe Burkar, Midwestern Car Carrier. Oh, Alex wasn't able to make it. That's too bad. We'll get Alex on another. He's been on Cars on the Move a few times. Stan Imboden was on the show. Sue Cuthbertson, she was on the audio. She had dropped out. Her internet was a little dicey. It is in the evenings. Get lucky during the show on Thursdays. Joel Hawk was here from Pogue Chevrolet. Jason Hawk was unable to make it. He was busy too. He's from Black Widow. Mark Rodeke was here, SuperFlo Systems. Brian Riker, Fleet Compliance Solutions LLC. And Mike Buchanan was invited, but he is traveling with his wife for this anniversary. So shout out to Mike Buchanan of ARI. We are really growing the network. It's awesome, man. I'm so happy and thankful to everybody joining us, and man, saying hello in the live chat. Thank you guys for tuning in and sharing your thoughts and ringing the cowbell and being part of the community. So we do it every week, 4 times a week. Tuesday nights live is the flagship show. So tell your friends to say hello and tune in to the Car Shipping Business Channel. I'm Jay. If you've got a show idea, we did put it in the live chat. Thank you, Kimberly. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Hey, is there somebody you know that I should talk to? Is there a company, product, or service that we should share and learn more about together? Might be a show. Maybe if it's not a Tuesday Nights Live, we can get on one of those shows, Compliance, Dispatching Live, Cars on the Move. Join us tomorrow on DOT Compliance live at noon. I've said enough. I talked constantly for 2.5 hours. I suppose that would be my quota. So I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to run the car hauler. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. Join us tomorrow. We'll see you soon. Don't take any wooden nickels. Take care.